When you hear a specific sound cue, it means he's entering inside a secret room. Get close to the entrance and listen for him typing on the keyboard. Retrieve the document and make sure not to get caught. Oh! Hey there, and welcome to Repainted in Gold by minigame over on Game Joel. A game that came out, I think, about a couple weeks ago now, if not a month. It feels like time has flown by. Hopping right into the story here, after the closure of the first location due to an accident with one of the suits, Fredbear's Entertainment brought Fredbear's Family Diner back to life with a smaller but still reasonable budget. Still painfully in debt, the company made the decision to sell all of the remaining Springlock suits, keeping just one due to a malfunction, and bought actual animatronics that could perform every day and make the children laugh and play. You're what everyone calls an inept. You were never enough for your family, never enough for anyone. You are tired of this life. Suddenly, a golden ghost appears in your dreams and demands help from you. Will you follow his orders and repaint history in a layer of gold? Now, this is apparently a remake of the FNAF fan game Painted Gold, which was originally released in 2020, made in FNAF Maker, which I've never heard of before. So this remake is essentially a reimagining of what the game would have looked like if it was made in ClickTeam. Of course, here are the credits. It seems like this game is also like an alternative timeline of FNAF, so I'm curious to see what we have to experience here, especially looking at some of these designs for the animatronics and the puppet there. So we're gonna hop right in. I'm still a little bit trying to recover, that's why uploads have been a bit stagnant here and there. Well, I think it was like once every other day. I've been missing it like twice so far. Just haven't been 100%. We already have the puppet here. Oh, Jesus! Why call me master? Okay.
I had to follow your command. For this is what you heard. Although it was not expected to be this soon. I believe this experience will bring you many more results than anticipated. But we shall now focus on seeking the one responsible for this. Behold that immense power, and we must capture him. But for now, Master, you have to rest.
Huh, okay.
Sleep well, Mr. Afton.
So Mr. Afton's the master here? That's unexpected. So then who's he that holds immense power? 5 nights before. Out in the rain.
We've been going slightly stronger than a few moments ago.
Okay, I'm not even sure if I should...
By almighty you think to yourself.
Okay, so yeah, okay, so we're already playing as our character there.
Thoughts in your mind, all screaming at you.
Low self-confidence.
They always thought you were an inept.
I don't know if I should... I'm probably just gonna start reading the actual dialogue. A flyer caught in the wind breeze now rests at your feet. It's dirty and withered by the rain. You pick it up anyways. You read something you could never believe. Come down to Fredbear's Family Diner. They reopened their doors after all that happened. You stop for a moment. Then you finally realize this is your only chance to prove them all wrong. That night, a call was made. So all this out of desire to prove to everyone that we're not worthless, I guess. You're dreaming. Oh, it's the golden ghost. Not only just now, you've always been dreaming. Dreaming of a new life. About the past. But what about the future? Have you ever had a dream like this? I sure have. Every single moment. He stripped me from my identity long ago. Now I'm nothing more than a ghost. But for simplicity, you can call me Horus. That's the name I came up with after a long period of thinking. Bloody sirens. No matter how hard I try, I simply can't recall who I was before my death. Have you ever thought how much we strive for an identity? I'm sure you have. That's why I'm here. You've been hired. Congratulations. There is something I need you to do. It's about the serial killer. I was his first ever victim, and I cannot let it go. I need you to put an end to this. Afton is still on the loose. So, and he may come back. He always does. So, I don't think this stay a bit longer. Follow him. Gather evidence. Don't tell about your findings to anybody else. They might think you're crazy. This way, you will be able to help me bring justice to my unfair death, as well as many other ones. Please, listen to me and do not fail. I don't want you to end up like the ones before you. We will meet again. Goodbye for now. So is that not supposed to be the puppet? I mean, they obviously went for a different... Night 1 guided the bunny away. They went for a different design when they showed this way. And obviously the name's different. Horus. Orois? Oh boy.
Greetings, new employee. I've heard this is your first day at the job. We would like to welcome you in this new thriving experience that is your role in our brand new establishment. But first, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Stephanie. We met each other the other day if you couldn't remember. But enough with the presentation, and let's get right into how you're going to handle your job here at the not-so-grand reopening of Fredbear's Family Diner. Henry, our boss, spent a fortune to make this place up and running once again, and we, kinda ran out of the budget. That's why this location isn't as big as the one we had before it closed down. But we're still proud of what we have here. Sorry, I usually let myself ramble about it too much. As a security guard, your job is to check on the equipment that Fredbear's Entertainment left in the location, such as props, tables, chairs, ingredients, and, you guessed it, the mascots. The most important thing in this whole diner are the animatronics, and I'll explain to you why. I assume you already know about William Afton, right?
Yeah.
Sick serial killer? We equipped every animatronic with a facial recognition and a first version of our criminal database. Even the old suit we have somewhere in the backstage part of the building. But anyway, they are programmed to catch him in case he comes back for whatever reasons. He used to work here, and he was Henry's right-hand man. You can imagine how he felt after discovering that he's a psycho. I'm only saying this for your own safety, as the animatronics may patrol the place looking for Afton, and I want to reassure you that there is nothing wrong with that, so please don't be frightened by it. And plus, you can fend them off quite easily in case they end up to be tiresome during your shift. The buttons you see on the doorway side sound an alarm that can distract them and guide them away from your office. They were initially used to close the security doors, but they broke down, and our technicians decided it was easier to connect them to the alarm system.
Okay.
Pretty pathetic if you ask me. And yeah, that should be it. You're gonna tell me how it went this morning when we exchanged shifts, alright?
Yeah, assuming I make it through. So yeah, I was wondering, that is a little different. Obviously, the buttons are for the alarms as opposed to the doors, and I have to keep an eye on the left and right side. So, at least for now, I can keep an eye on 2 of them, 3 in total, right? I don't think they have any more. There could be one in here. Oh my god. It's literally, the error code is literally for Shadow Bonnie. Frick Bears 3 literally hard-coded that bloody name into my memory. The moment I saw it, I knew it. Shadow Bonnie, great. Okay, so that makes, what, 4 entities at the very least? Obviously we see the puppet here. I just don't know. I guess the puppet isn't Auroras. I mean, I'm trying to figure it out because, oddly enough, they refer to Afton as Master, which is already weird. And they were talking about someone that held immense power. I just don't know who exactly was that supposed to refer to. Well, anyways, since it doesn't seem like there's any power for cameras, there's no harm in staying on the actual cameras and just going back and forth. If anything, for now, I'll just keep an eye on these two, and we'll see if they act up. Oh, speaking of course, as soon as I was about to like chill out a little bit. Okay, so I'm guessing they'll end up going either down here, or question is whether someone like Spring Bonnie will only go in one area or if they can go either way. We also have a bit of a lore system as well, which I'm not sure if that's intended for any of these animatronics, but since we can deal with them with the doorway normally, I'm not too worried about that. I also do want to give a bit of a heads up that videos for the next couple of days might end up being a little bit shorter than usual, just because since I'm still like, I'm well enough to make videos, but I don't have the same kind of energy because I'm still, you know, in the midst of recovering, so it's a lot harder for me to record longer videos for the time being. So that's why you'll probably notice shorter videos for the next couple of days until I properly get back until I'm fully recovered. Because at this point, like, I'm well enough to record, but I don't know, I felt really off this past week. So you can slightly notice on the gray like rooms, you can see it'll be harder for you to notice because of the contrast, but where I'm putting the mouse cursor, there's like a gray circle where the camera is actually positioned, so you can get an idea as to like where the camera's facing and whatnot, but it is kind of hard to notice. It's just a matter of where they're going to try to go for first. Oh, wait. That is not what I meant to do. Shoot. Oh, Jesus Christ. Alarms, alarms. They're still nearby. Yeah, look at them just skulking around in here. Oh, no you don't. Alarms, alarms. Oh, whoopsies. Got the nice animation of them walking away. Okay. And so then they end up back here. So Spring Bonnie in this case, they'll show up at the door first, but briefly. They'll sneak off into the Shadow Bonnie room, I'm gonna call it. And then they'll end up coming back. Why is the puppet here? Okay, so the puppet's coming out of the box. Though I'm not sure why. Also, is it just me, or am I getting, or is the camera's getting more and more staticky as we use it? I'm trying to see if I can, like, I don't know. Is it maybe it's just me? Alright, and 6 a.m. Luckily, not too much going on. Though, obviously, we'll have to see what the puppet does next time. 6 a.m. He is here. Okay. Follow and stay as close to him as possible, but don't get too close or else he will spot you. Use the environment as your hiding spot, but don't lose track of him or you'll fail the mission. Listen for sounds. Everything he does has a specific sound cue. Okay, this is kind of interesting.
I should be following him.
I don't know which way to... Oh, okay. He will sometimes stop and turn around for a few seconds. When the hide indicator shows up, get out of sight as soon as possible by hiding behind a wall or out of view. I just have to be careful here. Stay hidden. When you hear a specific sound cue, it means he's entering inside a secret room. Get close to the entrance and listen for him typing on the keyboard. Retrieve the document and make sure not to get caught. Oh god. I don't know what to do. Shoot. Oh. Okay, so I guess I took too long, that's why. Okay, so now maybe I'm getting way too close. Here we go.
I must go to the exit now.
Head to the exit. Yep. Here we go. Yep. Okay, so the exit's always in the southern part. You did an excellent job. However, it is not enough. Afton is planning something, and I need you. Continue to collect evidence throughout the week. We will meet again when it's all over. So yeah, this isn't the puppet. Good luck. I mean, you may think it may look like the puppet, obviously from a silhouette point of view, but not exactly. I don't know. I don't know. It's been frustrating. It's frustrating when you're sick like this, and it's like you can't really do anything about it. All right, come on, pick up the phone. Bloody hell.
Hey, it's nice to see that you haven't given up yet. Unlike, never mind.
Unlike another night guard.
Spring Bonnie character moved last night.
Yeah.
Well, I'm happy to hear that they're actually doing their job, but I understand your concern for your safety. We definitely see that you have a real talent at handling hard work.
Thanks.
And that's the reason why we are activating a new character to hunt Afton down.
But why?
I believe it's the marionette one. We have no idea what it's called. When it came to the establishment, the shippers basically threw it and its box at us with zero regard.
They're like, screw
It
this
didn't
thing.
belong to us, and all the previous owners said that something was really wrong with it. But as long as it's going to help us catch Afton, we're fine with it. If it ever happens to get out of its box and Afton is nowhere around, use the speaker system to play a melody to calm it down, and I'm pretty sure it'll get back into the box. I recommend you don't overuse the alarm system too much, as the additional sounds may distract it or make it too aggressive.
So that's why I got out of the box. Yes, last
The
night.
show corner camera, all right? Oh, a quick fun fact. We discovered that the melody played by the speakers we have around the location keeps the Spring Bonnie character calm too.
Interesting.
We believe it has something to do with his hunt mode conflicting with the daytime mode, as during the day he stands still while music is playing. I just figured it could help buy you some time during your shift in critical situations. Good. I said everything I had to say for now. See you this morning and have a good night.
So, okay, so it not only serves as a, as a way of calming the puppet down, but if I wanted to delay the Spring Bonnie for whatever reason, maybe because I can't deal with the character here, let's say I could run into two characters, right, one behind me, one in front of me, I could delay Spring Bonnie so that I can make sure they don't attack me at the same time, possibly. That would make for an interesting idea. Now, with that in mind, I really want to be careful with this, because it has a very limited resource, right? So because of that, I don't want to overuse it. I mean, it runs out seemingly pretty quickly, so I guess it depends on how often the puppet will come out of their little box. For now, I don't think I really need to delay Spring Bonnie. I think in this regard, I just need to make sure I keep an eye on them, keep an eye on the puppet, and we'll be fine. Also, I guess another thing I should mention is, if I play the music, right, does it... Really? Okay, wait, so hold on. The puppet's actually way more aggressive than I expected with that box. So, what's odd, I guess, if the puppet's that aggressive, then how do I... Huh. So I'm guessing this has to have like a reboot. Like if you use the entire melody, it reboots. Right? There's no way this is just like a one and done thing. Yep, go and play around with your toys in the Shadow Bonnie room. Also, yeah, Shadow Bonnie room is actually just the kitchen. I didn't notice that at first. Alarm, alarms. Bye-bye. So, I guess it's also worth mentioning that you can hear the little footsteps as they come back from the kitchen. So you don't have to pay attention too much to that, but it is a subtle sound cue, so you gotta be a little bit careful there. Now, I'm gonna wait for the puppet's next move to go through the entirety. Here we go. Let's see if it actually... It has to reset. Rewind. Okay, I was about to say there's no shot. Oh, but it's a decently long... Well, actually, no, that's fine. Even if you run out as you deal with the puppet, you have a chance to rewind. The thing you don't want is for this to happen when the puppet's out of the box or making their way out of the box. That's the last thing you want. But if they're like this, then I think you're fine. Now again, should I be playing music here? I guess you should, because you can see it affects... Does it affect a certain room? Let's see. I played it on Spring Bonnie's room first, and then the puppet. So, we'll see if Spring Bonnie moves at all. I get the feeling that this has to work on a room-by-room basis and not building wide. You see, they already start moving anyway. I don't think it's worth it. See? Oh. So they're not guaranteed to go in the kitchen all the time. It's not a guarantee. Okay, so sometimes they'll just choose to go straight for your office. So now, of course, now I have to wonder, maybe it's better if they always go in the kitchen, because it means... I mean, but it depends on the scenario. Because right now, yeah, I would rather they go in the kitchen, because that means it's a longer rotation for them. But if I'm dealing with multiple characters, maybe the faster I deal with them, the better. In my case, maybe that's better. It depends on how the rotations go, though. Especially with this Fredbear in the mix. Or Fredbear, Freddy. But still, now we know that they don't always go in the kitchen. Now we hit 6 AM again. I'm guessing we're going to collect more evidence. I was at first going to think that if you get caught by Afton, it's over. Like, it's over for the minigame. He is here. Okay, let's follow him again. Okay, remember, not too close.
I don't need to go in there.
Oh, I missed him. I know I'm too far. I missed him. I know. Oh, I walked right into him. I guess this is where I'm supposed to hide. I mean, I guess this guy's convinced there's possibly someone following him all the time. Which I guess makes sense since he's trespassing, but still. So I guess we're taking the same stuff again. Okay, so I was wondering if we were going to get anything more there, but it seems like all of this is pretty much in the lead up of trying to finally get all of the evidence we need to put Afton away for good. Obviously, we're helping out this mysterious entity by the name of Auroras, who is not the puppet, but something else entirely. The very first victim, so that's interesting. Curious to see where that's gonna go. But of course, with all that said, I hope you did enjoy. If you did, leave a like, hit that notification bell if you want to keep up to date on my future videos. The game will be in the description below as always, and with that said, I'll see you in another video. Take care.